Well, they could use Grill to get going here. I'm running a few things for Caleb Grill right now. See if you can shake him free for a three.
Warrick, step back jumper. His three is good. He's flashed.
3-point field goal shot in 6 attempts.
Well, and the other thing, Missouri's got to be strong with the ball. They have 4 turnovers, and Florida has scored every time off those Missouri turnovers. Florida just given no airspace at all, taking away the threes from Missouri. Look how much pressure, Ravi. They're pushing that offense out.
They sure are. Warrick and Robinson, the back row right now for Missouri. And here we go again. 5 seconds, 30 feet away from the basket. Chinyelu in the corner. That is the three. That drops. They gave a little. And what not getting back does, Jimmy, has allowed Missouri to outscore them in the paint 12-4.
Yeah, that get-back defense is crucial when you play Missouri. Man, Missouri
will be happy.
Lead all the way out to 16. Cats are 11-0 this season when leading by 16 or more. Offensive rebound. Warrick tries. Got it. And the Mexican native has his first in a game against LSU. Playing with a lot of confidence. Missouri gets it to Mitchell. Drill off the screen.
No Butler, no Williams for Kentucky. If you're going to make a push, right now is a terrific opportunity for Missouri.
Scores on the floor with Warrick, Drill, and Mitchell. Warrick now has Carr on it. Wants to drive in the big guy. Got him moving, but had nowhere to go. Nearly walked with it. 2 to shoot. Back to the corner. And a 3-ball from Marques. Shakes Drill. Stolen away. Warrick goes behind the back. Working on Brea. The step through. Good. Marques.
Butler is starting to get back somewhere near it. Look, 80% of Lamont Butler's better than 0%.
Warrick for 3. Toe may have been on.
That's the most in program history. Wow. A win here as it looks like they'll close out with tie Kentucky with the 92-93 Indiana team and 78-79 Duke.
And Oklahoma making such a concerted effort to get into the paint.
They are. And Godine, obviously somebody, the way he shoots it from 3, you have to contest and get to him on the 3-point line, but you can't let him drive like that too easy.
Warrick cashes in from down.
And that's opened up his game offensively, but it's also allowed his teammates opportunity, like you saw on that drive and kick right there.
Warrick physically able to absorb some contact. Off the 3-point line goes Elvis. Godine gets a decent look, but it's well off the mark. Mitchell trapped under the bucket. A good cut by Warrick, though, and he gets an easy conversion. And a timeout taken. The bucket punches one home.
Well, that's such a good find. Pressure 48 feet from the basket. Doesn't panic. Great vision.
Look at Warrick just climbing to the rim.
Thing for Vandy is in the paint at the rim.
Missouri's got to find somebody else to make some shots. You take Grill's numbers out. They're just 2 of 11, the rest of the team.
Yeah, good point, Dave. Mitchell has had not as much success driving it. That's another deep one. Wow.
That'll work.
Will that be? Your first opponent, as you mentioned there, it is going to be a rugged route, even for the teams that get that by in the quarterfinals. And it always typically is. However, this season, perhaps a bit of an exception considering the talent, the depth of talent.
In the last game and even tonight, but his ability to stretch the court and get into ball screen actions really helps out the Razorbacks on the offensive end.
Warrick stops, deep 3, and he hits it with. You agree with what Coach Cal said, that Missouri's an Elite 8 team?
Well, I definitely think they have the pieces because of the way that they play connected. Their maturity and age should give them an advantage when you move forward. Experience in guard play is so important in the NCAA tournament, and this team has it.
Warrick with a
strong drives coming off of the motions.
Cruz let it go, and a strong rebound to the freshman Knox, but it's taken away by Warrick. Caleb Grill looking for the D to try to size him up.
Had a layup opportunity.
But Warrick, his floater goes.
Physical layup.
Crowd rising to their feet here at Bud Walton Arena for the final seconds of the first. 2 seconds. Warrick, the shot, and it goes!
Early on in the season, but you give them time, a talented team, they can start to show their class, and Arkansas starting to do so.
Warrick stops on a dime and hits the three. Big three short. Grill tracks it down. Robinson puts it up off the mark. Another offensive rebound. This time it's Warrick, and his three falls. It is not.
Here's top four for the rebound for Oklahoma.
Love that quick look in transition. Corner three.
Another turnover. Fears gives it away. On the other end, Marques.
Team showdown. Number 10 versus number 15. Living up to the hype. Warrick a spin move. Pushes that one up and in. Dunk on the other.
And again, fed by Cade Phillips. Good things happen for Tennessee when he's on the floor.
The lead was 1-7. It's down to 2. Here's Warrick. Throws it up and in with a mid-range.
He's a terrific leader of men, much like his mentor, Leonard Hamilton.
Dubar missed a pair of free throws. Now 5 of 12 in that department this season. Warrick sizes up another mid-range. Caney from 15. Gray corrals it.
Boy, Gray has given Missouri a physical presence around the rim that they did not have last year.
Deep three, on the way, and down it goes.
Not gonna let Josh Hubbard beat us from three-point line. Make other guys do that. They just connected on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, before Hubbard took a handful of threes the last few minutes. Now he's taken 10 shots. He had only taken 5 the first 32 minutes of the game. I mean, they were all over him. I know people are checking their scores right now and probably refreshing their app.
That ball got knocked loose from Hogarth because he went up in the air and the ball, he caught it himself.
Yeah. I think that was the call. I couldn't tell with Steven Anderson along the baseline if he signaled there was some contact with the ball. Maybe we can get another look. Weaving his way and just find that's too easy.
That one flips it up. Gray rebound keeps it alive, and Warrick three. Gray tipped that. Cruz tracks it down.
One of the weaknesses this LSU team has had also is rebound. Missouri taking it to defense. Now, it's interesting because LSU's got a chance to move the ball around. They are not a good interior scoring team. Missouri is making them throw it inside to see if they can get beat by any of the bigs that can score.
Warrick able to get to the rim. College basketball is going to look like, and you may have been prescient in that prediction.
Well, how good
it could happen.
Hey, how good would this league be if everybody played each other twice?
Ooh.
That'd be 30
The
great
Big 12
games,
used to do that when they were just the 10 teams.
Yes, yeah.
Warrick leaning in with the kiss.
I tell you what,
he should be able, even
you
though colored by tell those two.
Not after I said that. What would it be if you can't tell shades?
Really colorblind. 10 rebounds tonight for Josh Gray.
He was good. Robinson controlling everything on the offensive end.
Deep three, Warrick.
Yeah, 21 and 20 against the Buckeyes.
Well, the games that Auburn has won this year, Houston, Iowa State, North Carolina, Memphis, they beat Purdue by 18, but they were up 30 in that ballgame. It is definitely a national championship type team.
Nice job by Marques. 36%, 5th in the conference. Allen, no good. Kicked right back out to Marques Warrick.
And with Boateng in for Missouri, another freshman, they have 3 freshmen on the court. You know, Warwick's got a...
Pettiford into some traffic taken away by Missouri.
I'm going to say this nicely. Pettiford's a really good player, right? A great player. But the other 4 guys in white jerseys are going to get tired of watching him dribble.
Yeah. Reverse layup is good.
Boy, yeah, Warrick.
Pettiford. Chad Baker-Mazara trying for the highlight reel follow. Didn't get it. Here's Allen. Loose ball on the deck in the corner. It goes to Warrick. He knocks home a three.
What a shot.
Back to Atlanta. Off the back of the rim, and Missouri will reset it as we go under 2 minutes. Missouri, after this one, will host LSU on Tuesday night. Auburn will.
Warrick ends up with the rebound. Marques Allen played big minutes too down the stretch in that Kansas win here on Norm Stewart Court as well. He's going to play in SEC games because of that size and that frame. He can switch out. He brings a versatility to the defensive side of the ball that Dennis Gates loves.
You should think about how much this team has evolved even since the opener against Memphis. You see a guy like Marques Warrick came in as a 2,000-point scorer, settling into a little different role here as he knocks down the three behind the screen. It's a game-time decision. He's out there. Probably a good thing to give him a look here, see how he feels, because you know the toughest conference in America is coming starting Saturday.
Yeah, and it's great to see Caleb Grill on the floor, and obviously he's had some time off trying to get healed up, and especially coming back at the right time. He's had some practices, got some practice under his belt, but this is a 55% three-point shooter. He's already had a 33-point game this year. Obviously, great rebounder. And this
rims in.
That's a friendly bounce over here in front of the Mizzou student section tonight. Hit the rim about 3-4 times and drops.
Warrick on the drive.
Smooth.
Illinois has done an exceptional job of getting back in transition since that first 3 or 4 minutes. They're defending at a high level. They're communicating, using their body to make it hard for Missouri to get to the rim.
Another drought of 3+ minutes for Mizzou. They had a 4-minute drought earlier this half. Marques Warrick transferred in from Northern Kentucky. Great score, gives it up, gets it back with 1 on the shot clock. Got it.
Yeah. And for Jacksonville State, when they talked about the transition game and sending guys back, they're crashing the glass right now. They're getting offensive rebounds and they're getting stickbacks. It's easy offense for them.
Warrick gets inside for 2. Inside, scores.
He's going to get to his spots. Really good ball handler and just capable of getting to different areas of the floor, reading the defense and counter moves. A really high level from Pierre.
Warrick, the low cross, blocked by Hogue, but a goal tag.
Right idea by Hogue. Jacksonville State right now +6, and you feel like that should be more, but just +6. Missouri does have 9 second chance points, but the name of the game is the glass, and right now 11 offensive rebounds for Jacksonville State, and they're +13 total on the glass. Missouri's got to figure that out.
Robinson working on House. Warrick, 3. Ties the game.
Big shot game. It's that saying of Jacksonville State hanging around. You know, you're on the road in an SEC environment. You've had some close losses on your record. They think they should be 9-1, and they're in this game with still 10 minutes to play, but they're in a good spot.
Tough shot.
Have been in the paint. Zinni Lee gives it up, and that was no good from Jalen Lee. Shaw, Warrick, knocked it down. This Missouri double-digit lead significantly. Another steal by Robinson. Trent Pierce just into the game. Bates. Missouri continuing to hunt for better shots, and nothing but net for when thought about it. And there's a turnover, 3-on-1 break. Marques Warrick. And Missouri gets a much-needed lead back to the basket against Mitchell. Rebound by Cruz, and then Pierce back into the game. See how he follows up that first half performance. A 3 from Warrick. Warrick. Boateng. Open 3. Offensive rebound by Cruz. Warrick, a little hesitation. Step back, baseline jumper. 2 possessions. They're on a 6-0 run, 9-0 run, pardon me. And this is exactly what I'm sure Rod Strickland wants to see closing this game strong.
Yes, the Sharks can definitely take some things away from this game. They've had several little mini runs and several really good moments, just haven't been able to string them along or string them together long enough.
Warrick.
First appearance for Trent Pierce, the sophomore from Tulsa for Mizzou.
Another spot-up shooter, even though he's tall.
On the drive, Marques Warrick against Christian Tucker back in the game, and Warrick,
guys being out, Mark Madsen and the coaching staff found something that wasn't getting as many minutes. Now all of a sudden he's a regular in the rotation, and who knows if he's going to be a starter.
Cal has matched their largest lead, and a deep three from Marques.
Minnesota transferred last year. He played against Mizzou. Missouri winning that game at Minnesota. Ola Joseph had 8 points and 2 rebounds in that contest.
Marques Warrick
in the game. Valuable minutes by the freshman Marshall off the bench. The second half for Dennis Gates.
Jovan Blackshear to miss from 3. Backdoor, wide open the lane, Marques Warrick.
5 straight after giving up a 6-0 run. Jackson into the paint with the dribble penetration. Misses, rebound Robinson, left to right they run. Robinson middle of the floor, right side Cruz. Cruz pivots towards the baseline, hands it outside Warrick. Reverse it left of the logo between the circles Robinson. Top of the key, Shaw faces up. 15 on the shot clock, dribbles towards the left wing with the left hand. Hands to Robinson, 12 on the shot clock. Right wing Warrick, catch and shoot 3. Made it.
Big guy was coming over. That was really well done.
33-27, Mizzou by 6. Bates top of the key, drives towards the right wing. Spins back with the dribble, now facing up against the defender Jackson. Reverses to Robinson, left side away from the arc. Anthony handling the ball towards the top of the key, comes right of the key now. On the wing, outside now Warrick. Behind a Cruz pick towards the left sideline. Left wing, 6 on the shot clock. Step back 3, bang! Top of the key, Brownie. Rip through move, drives left side of the lane, blocked by Bates off the glass, pulled down by Gray. Outlet Robinson, right to left comes Missouri. 2 players back for Lindenwood. Robinson left his feet again, bounces it outside to Shaw. Middle of the floor, Bates gets it into the paint. Are driving from the right side. Warrick lays free to foot, was out of position there and got beat. Cuts the lead to 12 with less than 18 minutes to play. Robinson, tip of the logo. Warrick, a deep 3 off the catch. Goes down Missouri 4 line into the paint, splits 2 defenders and lays it up and in. Jadis Jones. Shaw left corner. Warrick left wing guarded by Jones. Hands outside with the dribble. Doesn't use a Gray pick. Drives to the left block, spins back middle, jump hook good. Shot clock. Top of the key Perkins. Left side Warrick, catch and shoot 3. Missed it. Long rebound to the sideline. Saved by Missouri into the paint. Warrick puts it up and in. Saved by Allen Wright.
Were single-digit differences. They didn't get blown out very much. Just all that little difference of being able to pull out a win in a close game. Marques Warrick knocks it down. Al Brown gets it to go.
Physical backup post. Look for him to get better as this year goes along. Same thing for Coach Bozeman. Try to get those guys to play with a little confidence down the stretch.
Warrick wide open from straight away.
To be able to get to where you want to go, you got to go through the process. And he and Coach Gates are really connected about how the season's going to go. He's looking forward to it.
Fisher on the baseline. Jazz Gardner back out to Fisher. He's left open. In and out from 3, and there's Gray with the board. Missouri in transition. Cruz thought about it, and the Tigers will reset. Good job by Pacific getting back and taking away a transition opportunity from Missouri.
Yeah, they've really done a good job of really making this a half-court game for the Missouri Tigers. I would assume that the scouting report of the Missouri Tigers is that they love to score in transition, and Pacific has made it pretty difficult for them to get those kind of looks.
Warrick with the 3, and Missouri's got their that. And an important basket for Pacific.
Elias Ralph just finds some way to just continuously sneak his way to the basket and get a layup.
Warrick with a nice drive. They already trust him early. He was in the lineup when Missouri was trying to close out the win over Howard. But they took a 4-point lead and went on an 11-0 run. Marques Warrick in transition gets it to go. Wholesale change for Missouri with the exception of Trent Pierce coming out of this timeout. You've got Marques Warrick, the Northern Kentucky transfer, out there with Peyton Marshall, Trent Pierce, and Marcus Allen. Marshall and Allen, 2 of the freshmen, and then Caleb Grill coming off a career-high 33 points into the ballgame for the first time. Warrick from way outside, and he drained it. Back down to 10. Jacob Cruz just into the game, gives it up. Another three from Warrick, and he's 2 for 2 from the outside. Son of the head coach, transferred over with him from Arkansas Pine Bluff. Marques Warrick looking for his third three of the first half, and he drained him in his first 3 games. Got a chance here to see some time, maybe get his shot going, and show why he should be in the lineup more.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a player who has a lot of experience under his belt, a lot of points under his belt, plays with poise. Would be a really good option for Coach Gates, whether he comes off the bench or gets the starting spot.
Thought about another 3 instead. He'll take it off the bounce, and Warrick is... Missouri's going to get to 100. Wonder how much beyond that they're going to get.
They sure will. I knew this would be a high-scoring game from the jump. They really haven't slowed down much from an offensive standpoint. I don't think they've been as hot from the 3 in this half, but
the kind of thing that Dennis Gates has said over and over, he really looks for the transfer portal as he wants guys who have played a lot of college basketball and have been successful and know how to bring that outset or that outlook to Missouri.
Cruz is the National Player of the Week 2 times last year.
You got to be pretty good to get noticed at that level from UT Martin.
Yeah, no kidding. Very explosive guy, similar to a Caleb Grill, who can come out and drop 35 points on you at any night.
Warrick, open look from 3, nailed it late in the shot.
And quite frankly, Ben, it was really hard enough to score 1,200. I couldn't imagine scoring that many.
And you started almost every game of your career.
Exactly.
Drill in transition for Missouri. Perkins drives, kicks it back out. Missouri whipping it around quickly. Warrick going to drive. Missouri's done such a good job of not letting the ball get stuck on the perimeter in this first half.
I think that's where they struggled in the second half of the Memphis game. I mean, the ball has not stuck at all.
And Howard is within 8. And there's Harris. Yeah, you mentioned he's got 8 now. And Howard is down by just 8. Mitchell on the perimeter. Looking to drive on the freshman. Instead gives it to Warrick. Warrick with some space. He's got 7 points.
On the shot clock. He'll launch. Front iron, and Mitchell gets the rebound. 6 rebounds now for Mitchell. And back at the other end, that's Marques